Enough is enough.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Indie Wrestling Corner with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host as always, the queen of the indies, Tiffany, and today it's all about love and red and I guess Christmas too, and look at all this. I'm so excited. We got Love Doug. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. We're what, 5 days into Christmas season?
I know, it's so great. I love it. This is the best time of the year, I swear.
Yeah.
It really,
absolutely.
It really is, and I love that you got in the background. We got the trees, we got the little Santa Clauses, we got the little nutcrackers back there. I'm ready.
Need it.
I'm ready. You guys can't really see it in my background because it's to my side, all my Christmas stuff. But we make do. But I'm in all red today for Love Doug, so I'm all excited.
Thank you.
Yay! So here, guys, if you're new to the Under the Rope series, here I interview everything independent wrestling, whether it's wrestlers, promoters, referees, behind the scenes. I got you covered. If you guys got questions for Love Doug, please drop them in the chat. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. So we're gonna kick off this party, this love fest, I guess I should call it, right?
Yes.
I love it. So I always like to start off my interviews. How did you get into professional wrestling?
How did Love Doug get into professional wrestling?
Yes.
Let's see. Well, it's something that I've always loved, like since I was little. Being the real life Cupid, I've always helped other people find love. So when in turn I was looking for love myself, I figured becoming a professional wrestler is something I loved. So I'd probably find somebody I could love there.
Aw, I love that. Do you remember like your first independent show that you attended as a fan?
As a fan?
Yes.
I went and saw, I saw X-Pac here where I live in your heart. It was like down in the center of town, and he wrestled against some guy from around here. That's all I remember.
That's all you remember. I love it.
And I was like, I'm hooked.
Who was some of your favorites like growing up?
Shawn Michaels.
I feel like that's
AJ
with a lot of people.
AJ Styles. Owen Hart.
I love that.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. I love it. It's always, you can kind of always tell off the bat of, what kind of era, when people describe what wrestlers that they loved and everything like that. So
I watch a ton of 80s wrestling.
Yeah. It's nuts, right?
I'm in love with that.
It's
like my favorite stuff.
It's great. Like you go back and watch that, and I was watching a lot of the 90s, the beginning of the 90s, a lot. So it's nuts how wrestling has evolved. I use that word so insane on these interviews. So watching like the 80s to where we're at now, it's nuts, right?
It's insane, like how they jumped from, how they worked is so different too.
Yeah, definitely. Crazy. So I also like to ask this because clearly I know you. I've seen you in a bunch of matches. I met you in person. But for a fan, we have a bunch of fans all over the place. They're not just tri-state. We got fans that are in Europe and Australia and UK, and it's nuts. So for the fans that have never seen you wrestle before, what would you recommend that is the go-to after this podcast to go watch and check out to love you?
Probably I would go and check out a promo. Any promo of mine would probably do you in right. There's a really good one of when I fought Channing Thomas. I put that one out right before my match. There's another one where I try to get, she used to be called Basic Becca, to go on a date with me. There's tons. There's one with me and Waves and Curls as well. I would say check a promo out.
I love the promos. They like get you so excited for matches, and I love watching these on social media. Not only just on like IWTV or Fight or wherever we watch our wrestling nowadays. Promos also make these matches more exciting, and I know a lot of wrestlers don't like doing that, but come on.
There's like a little story.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's not my fault I fall in love with these people, and then I have to express it.
No, they're good. They're very important to the wrestling world. So definitely go check that out. You know, it's funny. I'm going to go into this. You know, I think I was trying to remember, because I know like we had talked, and I was trying to remember the exact pinpoint of when I actually first saw you, and I think like was when during the pandemic, and I think when you and Ava Everett had your match at Beyond, and we were during the pandemic, and they were still not doing fans to watch, and it was really the wrestlers that were in the background, which we had a lot of that. I had a lot of tapings. You know, I give kudos to you guys that, you know, you're wrestling, no fans, you guys feed off of us. So, but I love, and I feel like this is the match I kind of recommend, because like I rewatched it again the other day, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. And everything was all themed out. You had the hearts, you had the decorations, you had the bed of love, you know, like you used heart candy, you know, so, but let's talk about that match with Ava a little bit. Tell us a little bit, like, you know, your experience with it. And then let's also talk about the fact of, like, again, during the pandemic, of not having fans.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about that.
I'm going to start backwards.
Okay.
Only because, you know, some people would call me a pandemic wrestler, because that's when I did most of my, like, wrestling. I only wrestled 2 matches in front of a crowd before the pandemic hit. And those were my first 2 matches.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And then the pandemic hit, and they were doing closed sets.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's really, you know, when I fell in love with Ava, and I had to keep pursuing her to the point where here I am wrestling her, you know, all the way down in a death canvas art match, which started with this bed of love roses match. I mean, I told her I was in love. What did she think she was not going to get? A date, a nice setting, a table, candy. Who doesn't love candy?
I know.
I always called her an evil witch, because she never loved me back, so that's why she became the old witch lady. But that one was one of my favorite matches.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anyone was expecting it to look as it did.
Yeah.
Because I was serious when I expressed it to Limitless Wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, this is what it's gonna be.
Yeah. It's nuts. Oh.
I mean, we pretty much almost, you know, every match we have, we almost destroy each other.
Yeah. It's so crazy. And then on top of it, you know, you have your intergender matches, and then again, we go back and we talk about like the 80s, and we weren't seeing things like this back then. And
no.
It's nuts. Like, no, you wouldn't have that. I mean, we talked about that even with a bunch of women on this podcast, you know, the involvement being allowed. And yeah, there's still some people out there that aren't very big into the intergender match, and that's fine. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I'm a big intergender fan, and I love intergender matches because it's just so different. But how is that, like, also, like, for you to work with women in the ring? Like, is it much different than working a guy?
I wouldn't say so. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'm more afraid to wrestle the women. But to me, it's like, I mean, I can fall in love with anybody, so either or. It's like fluid.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I see in the chat, hi guys, what's going on? Princess, I have to give Doug credit for the story himself and Ava ever put together. He also have to say, I admire Doug's character's work as well.
Oh, heck yes.
Good cop, bad cop. What's up, good cop, bad cop? I know you just timed in. You're listening 2 times speed. Thanks. If I think you gave me a question. Did you give me a question for him? Yeah, you did. Okay, cool. We'll get to your question later. Which is so awesome. So I think I said Beyond by accident. It was Limitless. So and it's funny because
yes.
Yeah. So I'm sorry about that. I meant Limitless. John Alba really got me into Limitless a lot. John Alba's been on this podcast as well. I love him. But I'm really excited. You hate that guy? Sorry.
I love everyone. I love everyone except John Alba.
Damn it, John Alba. You make it all these I don't know. But Limitless. I mean, this has been a bucket list for me. I've been dying to go up to Maine. And pandemic hit. So like Limitless and Beyond were 2 places that I've been dying to go to. Then pandemic hit, like I said. So I'm really excited because I'm coming for New Year's. And I'm like, yes, Limitless, Beyond. These are 2 bucket lists that I need to cross off there. So I'm really excited. But let's talk a little bit more about Limitless. Let's talk about some of your favorite moments that you've shared at Limitless.
At Limitless?
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so many.
Yeah.
Like favorite moments of mine.
Yes.
Would maybe be the first one. I think would be maybe asking Daniel Garcia to sign my petition to get into the VLC.
I love it. I love Daniel.
And
Garcia.
he said no. Then it would be, I would definitely have to say maybe, let's see here. Oh, maybe me putting Ava Everett through a barbed wire door off the top of a ladder. That was definitely up there. Early Christmas present.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. There's another one. My Charles Mason match. Great.
Yes.
Someone finally gave me what I was looking for.
Yeah. So
it didn't really work out though.
Yeah.
And is me and Waves and Crows getting to team together.
That's awesome.
At Limitless, like on the main stage, you know.
Yeah. I feel like Limitless is coming like out more, and like more people need to get on this train. It's so good. That's why I'm so excited that I'm actually coming up for New Year's. I know it's not Maine, but that's okay. I'll settle for Massachusetts.
Still the same thing.
Yep. So I'm really stoked for New Year's to spend it up there. So looking forward to see all you guys. So let's talk a little bit. Do you have any pre-match rituals?
Usually I just do some like loving affirmations, so that I know that at least at the end of this I'm gonna love myself, and I usually listen to music. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's talk about your debut with Beyond. So you wrestled Gal Barkway, right? So let's talk a little bit about this match, your debut. How did it feel? How were the fans receptive to you? They seemed like they loved me. Yeah. And I was totally shocked because I'm like, yo, people don't just love me right off the bat. And they did there. Yeah. And, you know, I was against Gall, who was a great competitor. He's very jacked. Whatever he's eating, I need. And you know, I was just trying to express my love to him, and it was hard. Like, he blasted me a couple times, but I just knew that my heart, I just had to keep going, and I finally won. Yeah. So now he technically loves me. Aw, the love. You can feel the love. I love it. It felt incredible to come out. That Beyond was one of my like destinations I wanted to go to. Yeah. So, and you're like there, even if I see you too sometimes if I'm watching Beyond, I see you in the background, like hanging out, watching. I'm creeping for love. I like it. Oh man, so any like recommendations for me since I'm coming up there and it's the first time for me? Like where should I go, or even the fans that are like never been there? So, you know, is there anything I should know
about the White Eagle? Like, where should I go eat? Like, give me the 411.
Oh man, I never get there in time to eat.
No.
There is a cool pie shop like right next door, and they have like any kind of pie you can think of.
Oh man.
I'm talking like meat pies. I'm talking like ice cream pies.
Oh wow.
Chocolate chip pies.
So,
Go there.
They need to name a pie after you now. I feel like.
Yeah, could you imagine?
That's it.
They probably would if I knew the name of it. I think it's just like pie. I don't know. Pie infinity.
You have to learn this, okay? You have to learn this because if we clip this, we need to tag them and tell them like you need a special pie.
Pie City.
The love Doug pie.
The love pie.
The love pie. Well. What's gonna be in the love pie? Okay, so they're like, okay, we're gonna give you your own love pie. What's gonna be in this love pie?
Oh God, any answer I give is gonna be bad. I'm not saying nothing.
Why is it gonna be bad?
I only envision the messages I will receive.
What do you mean? Listen, if you're gonna sit here and tell me Dino chicken nuggets, then we're gonna have a problem. Okay? Because...
No, I probably. Oh, you know what you can put in there? You can put in grasshopper pie ice cream.
Grasshopper pie? What?
Ice cream. It's like, you ever have Ben and Jerry's mint cookie crunch?
Yeah.
Same exact thing.
Okay. I was like, I'm thinking like crazy, like grasshoppers,
like grasshoppers
in the pie. I was like, wait a minute.
Clip it.
Would you guys eat this? Let me know in the chat because like, I don't know. Oh man.
Oh, they would. They'll love it.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So we're gonna hold for this. So when I come up for New Year's, we're gonna go next door and we're gonna sell this. We're gonna be like, listen, you need to make this pie for Love Doug.
Hell yes.
We're gonna do this. This is and we're gonna vlog it and we're gonna put it up on the channel and that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. The best part would be if they actually make it for me.
Hey, you never know. You never know. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go in there with the camera. We're like, we're vlogging. You're gonna be on the Indie Wrestling Corner. This is happening.
Everybody will love you now.
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna blow this up. That's
it's a loving endorsement, literally and figuratively.
That's what it's all about.
You can't pay for that. You can only pay in pie.
Yes, I like it. All right, so let's move on. Let's talk about our friend TJ Crawford. Big fan on this podcast.
Prabhu.
I love him. Like, I know he's having his surgery tomorrow. I miss him. Like,
no, breaking news. He's not having surgery tomorrow.
He's not having surgery tomorrow?
Got pushed off.
No.
To like Tuesday, Thursday next week.
This poor guy. Oh my God.
Get well, TJ.
Yes. Get well. Oh man, I love TJ. We love him. He's been on the podcast. He comes into our chat. Much love.
He's come back and he's gonna start kicking people in the head.
Yes. I need my match with him, and I keep talking about this, and somebody clip this and freaking tag it on Twitter. Like, I need him and Marcus Matters to wrestle one-on-one. This has been something that I've been dying for. So, all right. But this is not the TJ Crawford podcast today, but I wanted to send him much love. Okay. But okay, I do like best of recovery, and I can't wait to see him back into the ring. But I love you guys with the matching gears, the photos, tagging together. Like, how did this come about? Hopefully we'll get this back.
We wrestled at Chaotic in the closed tapings.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw he had like really nice gear.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, we did a whole promo, and like, I liked his gear, and I told him I had matching gear, so I wore it to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And he was angry and kicked me off the ring before we even started. But he kicked my head off a bunch, and by the end of it, I mean, I'm not gonna say I won, but I did, and he was in love with me, so we made a tag team.
I love it. I love the matching shirts too that you guys wind up making.
It's like we just fell in love, and I said, "Do you really want to do this?" Because I'll do it. And then next thing you know, we got t-shirts.
I love it. I love you guys together. Like, I wanted to see this in person. So I always like
Love
to
in the
say,
City?
yes, I want to see this in person. I always say that if I didn't see it in person, then it didn't happen.
Oh God, come on. We were so good.
No, you
TJ was good.
weren't.
I
That's
just
what.
kind of ran in and did, rose petal spots. He was doing all the hard work.
Nah, I mean, like, again, like I've watched and but I always like to come to a bunch of shows, and that's always my joke. I'm like, well, if it didn't happen, if I wasn't there in person, it didn't happen. So until I see it in person, it didn't happen. So I look forward to that in the future. Again, TJ, get better fast. So because I miss seeing you in the ring, and I love to see you guys like together. So, So another thing on this podcast that I like to do, so I like manifesting matches on this channel with people. So, we have a lot of new up and coming talent. Every day we have new wrestlers coming in. Of course you got like the vets going on, but has there been anybody that has caught your eye that you're like, damn, like I need to get into the ring with this person?
Let's see. I mean, it's something that came right to my head, but I'm just like making sure.
Yeah.
Probably Ichiban.
Ooh.
Number one.
Oh, wow.
He's number one in my heart right now.
Oh. That's funny because like April just wrote it in the chat. She goes, what are some dream opponents you want to spread the love to in the ring?
Oh, Ichiban. Also, give me Ace Romero.
Oh, let's do it. I'm with
He
it.
did throw me through a table off of the ring side.
Oof. Yeah. I'm for it. Let me throw money at this. I'm ready to see that. I gotta get AC on this podcast too. Like we're gonna make this happen. So it's like I've had JT Dunn on. We gotta get AC on. Like we gotta.
Man, you just got the whole unit on here, huh?
That's how it works.
Unit. Oh God.
That's how it works on this podcast. I just keep rolling. You never know.
I'm trying to end the unit, and here you are giving them more fuel.
Okay, so I guess I can't have you on the podcast now because.
Yeah, let's end it here.
Damn it. Sorry. All right. So this is another.
So Ichiban was for your answer.
Okay. And for April, you got like another one for her?
For April's, I have a couple.
Okay.
Oh, you want them?
Yeah, give me for her. She's
Okay.
in the chat. She wants to know.
Oh, she's there right now.
She's in the
Okay.
chat. Yeah. She goes, what's some dream opponents?
Dream opponents. Yo, give me Shawn Michaels.
Ooh. Can you imagine?
And I also want to wrestle Matt Taven.
Oh, okay.
And Vinny.
Mm-hmm.
Or Vincent now. Who else? I want to wrestle JT Dunn again.
Yeah. He's making his waves around.
I feel like I could beat him and then he'd finally love me.
Ooh.
He had no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Ooh. So is there other like promotions that are in your head that you would love, like that are on your bucket list that you're like, okay, so you want to wrestle like JT Dunn, you want to wrestle AC, like,
Yep.
some of these people, there's the bucket list promotions that you would like to have this at?
Only indie promotions or?
Let's do both. Let's do indie and let's do like, yeah.
Okay. Let me think now. Damn.
You never know who's listening, so.
I know. I want to work for JCW.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of who else.
It's a lot.
I've already worked at. I want to do PPW.
Mm-hmm.
I did a battle royal at theirs, looking for love, but Ringleader punched me in the face after he kissed me, and I fell off.
PPW is great. Like, great promotion.
And GCW.
Yeah. Oh my God.
My dream opponent at GCW would be Jimmy Lloyd.
Ooh. So the question is, would you do it in a death match or you would just want a straight up regular match?
No, why wouldn't we do a death match?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Love Doug versus Jimmy Lloyd, and I love you to death match.
Oh, snap. Oh my God. Can you imagine
That's gonna get me in so much
Okay.
trouble if
It is.
anybody tweets that.
Because I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna clip it. All right. So we're gonna have light tubes. I manifest so many like matches on this podcast. It's ridiculous. So we can imagine like the ring. It's full light tubes. There's hearts on the end. Like the heart-shaped candy would have like a bed of nails in it or something. Like I could see this. I'm with this. Like
Right? Have it sometime in February.
Oh my
Whoever.
God. Yes. April said he could give some tough love to Jimmy Lloyd. There you go.
I'll try.
Hey, blood is red, right? So it's like it works. Like, oh man.
Ava stabbed him in the head with scissors and I bled.
See? I'm with this. I'm excited because I want to see this. Shit. Let's make this happen. All right, let's do a fan tweet from Good Cop, Bad Cop. He goes, with Love Doug being an anagram of glove duo, which are the best two wrestlers on the indies who wear gloves in the ring?
What?
He loves to do this to my guests. So he does this to everybody. He does these anagrams. And sometimes they come out really good stories. Sometimes they don't. So he loves to stump my guests. So, so he wants to know which are the two best wrestlers on the indies who wear gloves in the ring.
Who wear gloves in the ring? Let me see. Who the hell wears gloves? Well, Matt Taven is technically back on the indies.
Right, yes.
So Matt Taven.
Yeah. I feel like Matt Mikowski would probably be one too, right? Like Matt Mikowski raps his heads.
Oh yeah, he has like the raps too.
Yeah.
Yep. So Matt Mikowski.
There you go. I could see that. I could see that. See. Here's another fun question. What is the biggest life lesson that you always come back to when it comes to wrestling?
Do what makes you happy, and don't care what other people think.
Okay.
As long as it's not like something bad.
Yeah. I love it.
I like to express my love,
Mm-hmm.
because that's just who I am as a person, and that's what you're gonna get.
Okay, good. So I've been bringing up a lot about wrestling with positivity on this podcast. Huge. If anybody who hasn't seen, it's pinned on the Indie Wrestling Corner's Twitter. It's dedicated to all the positivity that people don't normally see in wrestling. We've had interviews with a bunch of wrestlers, parents, fans, and they tell all these amazing stories that a lot of people don't get to see. I get to see a good chunk because of how much behind the scenes that I get to do on the podcast, and me physically witnessing with my friends, with wrestlers. So I like to bring this to light more with everybody. So I'd love to hear something from your end that maybe like the fans don't know, like maybe you had like that special interaction with a fan, or maybe something happened with you and another wrestler, like something positive.
Okay, I get two.
Okay, that's perfect. I'll take them.
Will be for Halloween. I had one of my fans, little kid, dressed up like me.
Oh.
Like drew in a mustache, had a T-shirt like mine that said "love" on it. Got his hair cut like me.
Oh, that's so cute.
I was like, oh my god.
Oh.
I loved it. It was awesome.
Oh, and I'm sure there's pictures. Oh, I want to see. You got to show me this, and then I'll put it on social. And I'd love to see that. That's such a great moment.
And then I won't say their name, but there's somebody who's like in the business, and they were talking to me after a show one time and said how seeing me on the road and in wrestling, and how excited and like loving and positive, I guess, I was, made her fall back in love with wrestling. And I was like, wow, that's a lot.
That is a lot. That's a big impact.
It made me feel good because that's like something that is like, I like to help people or make people feel better.
Yeah.
So knowing that is like, oh, I got to keep going.
Aw. I love that. I think those are the reminders that everybody kind of needs. So that's why I like bringing that up on the podcast. Because again, I hear stories like this all the time, and then I'm sure that you have those moments that, you guys work hard. You guys get injured, you work, you do crazy things to entertain us. And I think sometimes, like, maybe a lot of people, they want to, like, give up. I hear it all the time. They're like, oh, why am I doing this? And then you have those little reminders that it's like, this is why I do it. So I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I love that so much.
You're welcome.
Aw, that's so great. April says, give me Love Doug versus Sweet Cheeks. It'll be the sweetest match for tag team for the love or sweetness. Ooh, okay. I could see this. Sweet Cheeks, right, Joey Silver?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my God. I could see you guys like teaming up with like the power of love and sweetness going on here. And like,
I am a sucker for like sweets.
Oh my God. What's like the go-to sweet?
Oh gosh. Anything that's in hand reach. Ice cream is number one. Yeah, you want my heart? Mm-hmm. Get me some ice cream.
Bring him some ice cream when you see him wrestle, guys. Like,
yeah, or like any type of like chocolate or flowers.
I love it. That's great. And it's funny because I know Joey Silver, like, he'll come out around Valentine's Day, and then he'll have the heart candies too.
Oh, yum.
Oh man. Now you got me like thinking about this. So, okay, so what's on the bucket list of matches that, like, an actual match? Like, forget against who, but like, if you could like come up with your own match, that you would love to like wrestle in, maybe like a theme, like, no, you're shaking your head.
Wrong person to ask. I got thousands.
Okay.
Thousands.
Yeah. All right. Well, give me one.
I don't know if I can give you one.
Then give me two.
Okay.
Look, again, you never know. If you put it out there, sometimes into the universe, things come true. So like,
it's I love you to death match. So the other person, you have to get them to say I love you instead of I quit. It's I love you.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Then they can't deny that they don't love me.
That's fun. I like that. That's definitely fun. So, and then I feel like it's gonna be all like decked out. Maybe like the match has to be done in like a Hallmark store.
Yeah, it'll probably start on a date.
This would be interesting. IWTV, what's up? Like,
all comes right from my heart.
Oh, I love this. This is so great. This is great. Oh man, I love it. Hi, Sir Joseph in the chat. How are ya? Okay, so this is a fun one, and I'm sure you have plenty to share. So you guys like travel. You guys go all over the place. You take long road trips to, travel to go to different promotions. Give me one of your best road trip stories. It could be funny, like.
Oh man, I don't think I have any.
No.
I do ride with Waves and Curls a lot, and that's always just entertaining in itself. Just the three of us. Without anything is scary. Maybe a run road trip would be going to wrestle for Magic, and then right when we were done, shot over and went to GCW to see Matt Cardona win the title. Matt Cardona, I love you.
Would you wrestle him? Or would you be scared?
Oh my God, in a heartbeat. Yeah.
You were there too that day?
Yeah.
I was in the front row and I ran after he won because I was scared I was going to get hit by bottles and stuff.
I was like, hell yes.
Damn, you could have took my spot because I was scared that I was going to get hurt. It was a riot.
I was standing. I was in the way back.
Yeah. It was a hoot, definitely. So.
Those are things really the only two that come to my mind right now.
Okay. All right. So what are some things you like to do when you're not in the squared circle?
Oh, like as a normal human?
Yes.
Sometimes I like to work out emotionally and physically. So I go to the gym a lot and I watch really heartbreaking romance movies. So that way my heart gets stronger so I'll be ready.
Okay.
I also like to build Legos,
Oh.
and I write poems, love poems. I write Hallmark cards to myself. And I'm always just really looking for love and how I can find my next love.
So what kind of Legos? Like, are you into the big kits?
Like Christmas Legos. And it all depends on like the little, it's okay. See, this is not a gimmick. When I look at the Lego box, if I fall in love with something that's on the cover, then I'll buy it.
So do you like display it after you do it, or like you take it all apart after?
Oh no, I definitely display it.
Okay. Some of these are really crazy. I have some friends that are all into the Legos, and like they get pricey. They get very pricey. But then like I know people that like they'll do it as like their date night. That they'll sit together and then they'll put them, they'll put it together as a date night.
Yo, if I could find somebody that would do that as a date night, in love. And they bring ice cream.
There you go. Guys,
Sold.
come on.
It's not that hard.
I like it. I like it so much. Oh, man. So let's see. I have one final question for you. If you guys got any other questions, drop them in the chat. April wants you to give us a haiku.
A haiku? Oh, my God.
She really put you on the spot.
Yo, I don't even know how much a haiku has.
Would you settle for like a little poem, April? Would that be sufficient? I think that should be sufficient.
Okay. Roses are red, violets are blue. April, I love you.
Oh, I love that.
That has to be good.
That one. That's like that's it. That's. I love it.
And sold.
Yes. She's laughing. She goes, okay.
Perfect.
I love it. I think you're sold for her, definitely. So definitely. All right, so we'll go into my final question. If you guys have any other questions, drop in the chat. Then we'll talk about what you got coming up going forward. So I always like to help out the oncoming fan. We got fans that they'll come in, they'll ask for tips, or I'll message. Shout out to Sky. I always give her a shout out. Sky's been training. She's 18. She just started training not too long ago. Becca's another girl that I think she's 16. She's been training. She's starting training. So they always like to ask advice. For the wrestlers. They put it out on social media and stuff. So do you have a piece of advice for those amateur and inspiring wrestlers out there?
Persistence.
Okay.
And I don't know, whoever's training you, just listen to them.
Yeah.
That's very important.
I think it's really, really good advice. April said, she goes, I'm going to get the man some ice cream.
Hell yes.
There you go.
Yo, April, if you get grasshopper pie, if you can find that, done.
No, we're gonna get this pie made for you up over in Massachusetts. You think I'm kidding? You think I'm kidding? You don't really know me like that. We're gonna go in there. I'm not kidding.
Don't break my heart. Don't break my
We're gonna go in there, and I'm gonna be like, look, who's the manager? Because we need to talk, okay? Like,
we gotta get this.
We're gonna get that my New York accent. We're gonna talk, all right? And we need to make this pie, all right? Like the Love Dunk pie, all right? What do we need to do to make this happen?
Somebody make that, the Love Dunk pie.
I feel like I need to make it because I'm known as baking, and I was bringing cookies over to a bunch of promotions and stuff. So I feel like I'm just gonna have to make you a pie, and then we're gonna do that. So I feel like, okay, I guess before I come up to Massachusetts, I'm baking again.
That was easy.
There you go, I'm baking again. I'm gonna make like a cookie, and it's gonna say Love Dug on it, pretty much.
Perfect.
So that will work for you. So.
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
I love it. So tell everybody, like, you know, what do you have up and coming if they want to come see you, you know, see you live? You know, is there anything out there right now, like, that's announced? Nothing yet.
Let me think here. Well, you can always catch me live on Twitter and Instagram.
Go follow.
And I would just keep watching Uncharted Territory every Thursday at 8. But make sure you watch the Spotlight match at 7:45. Because you never know. Love could show up.
Definitely check it out.
The only other thing I have is I will be at the Chaotic show coming up on the 17th next week, next Friday. That's also at 8. You can get the information on my Instagram and Twitter.
I'll give them your handles too, so if they want to like give you a follow.
Oh, Love Doug.
Yeah.
You just type in love, Doug, boom, on all.
There you go.
Even on Facebook.
There you go. All those links are in the description. He's got merch. Go buy some merch. Go bring the man some ice cream.
Pro Wrestling Tees, yeah.
Yes, go buy him some ice cream. Let's get this petition out for the Love Doug pie.
Oh, God.
We're gonna make it happen. Yeah. You think I'm joking? I'm really gonna come there with my camera, and we're gonna go. You guys stay tuned for that. So, but Love Doug, it's been a pleasure to have you on here and chat with you for a little bit. Like, I can't wait to see you again. It's you know. It's been great. So, and I hope, I want to see you and TJ together. So TJ get better, like, quick, because
hopefully get better, TJ.
Yes, get better, because I definitely need to see that up in person. So, but yeah, so guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And, you know, support Love Doug. Go say hi. Go buy some ice cream. You know, you never know what's going to manifest. Maybe we'll see him on GCW soon against Jimmy Lloyd. I can't. I'm dead. So. But guys, thanks again. Stay safe. Support independent wrestling. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Have a good night.